Okay, if you're looking for a knife, but maybe you're kind of a budget shopper, somebody a little bit more like myself that just doesn't have an abundance of money laying around, but you want something that's decent made, has a good look and feel to it, maybe like a traditional, something kind of traditional, or at least to a degree. Uh, uh, a brand I would recommend would be Mora. Uh, they're very cost efficient, very affordable. They're well made. They come out of Sweden and Europe. You can get different knives out of there also that are perfectly decent, but you may not be able to find them that have that more old school traditional kind of look and feel to them, like that of Hultafors, which also comes out of Sweden. But Mora, they produce some knives like the Mora Classic or the Mora Number One that have a just plain Jane traditional wood handle. You can get, I believe, a leather sheath option, or if nothing else, just purchase a sheath that is made after the fact, like an aftermarket leather sheath, to help go along with that traditional feel. Uh, again, they're not expensive knives. They're really not. A lot of their knives you can get for extremely cheap. Like say 15 to say $50 max. That kind of a price range. I think these range more like in the $25 range area. So they're really not very expensive at all. They're European made. They're perfectly good steel quality. They have a nice clean look about them. Uh, they're legal to carry in most places because they're not exactly all that large. A lot of the knives that Mora puts out typically has about a 3 to a 3.5 inch blade. So, uh, yeah, I mean they're good knives. They're well made, good steel. They come from Europe. They have a traditional kind of style to them and a look and feel. So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely something I would recommend for a budget shopper like myself. But you're still wanting something that's decent quality with a nice look about it. Uh, that you can use in your day-to-day life, or maybe if you just want it for something very, very specific. And you could probably make it work depending on what it is. Uh, if you wanted to change it into maybe a practical, functional ritual knife, you could do that if you wanted to. I mean, you could do that. As I know, the average person out there can't make their own knife, so that it's 100% utterly heathen made and all that kind of thing. I mean, yeah, most of us are gonna have to buy it. Uh, so, nonetheless, this is a brand I would recommend. And you can look at all they've got some really nice knives. Personally, the knives that I've handled by Mora would be the Mora Companion, the Mora 511 Basic, and the Mora Haiku Robust, which that's one of my personal favorite. It's a really good knife, extremely comfortable in the hand. It just feels great. You pick it up, you don't want to put it down. But those are more modern, uh, newer. They have like the plastic and the rubber overmold and the synthetic handles and all that kind of stuff. So they're not nearly as traditional and old school. Uh, so that may not necessarily be what you're looking for. But then again, hey, check them out. See what you think for yourself. What you might would like. But nonetheless, yeah, I mean that's a brand I would definitely recommend uh, to any budget shopper. I mean, I really would, especially considering they're a well-made, inexpensive European knife and company. So yeah, nonetheless, just a quick recommendation that I thought I'd throw out there for you guys. Thanks for listening.